welcome to my merch presentation today. And today we'll be going over test screenings, referred pain, and uh, don't worry, it's just a movie, those chapters. My name is Gage Mendoza. Oops, there you go. All right, so today we'll dive into Walter Murch's In a Blink of an Eye and discuss how test screenings shape movies. We'll focus on two key chapters, like I just said in the last slide: test screenings, referred pain, and don't worry, it's only a movie. By the end, you will understand how editors interpret audience reactions and create immersive experiences. All right, test screenings. What is their purpose? Well, imagine you are a filmmaker and your movie is almost done. How do you know if it works? You test it. Hence the name test screenings. Test screenings help filmmakers see how audiences react before release. Reactions can reveal pacing issues, confusing plot points, or unexpected emotions. However, feedback must be carefully analyzed. Audiences may not always articulate the real problem, which we'll go into. That's where the referred pain part comes in, which we'll go over next. These people have clearly seen a great test screening by the looks of it. All right, so referred pain. Have you ever had a headache that was actually caused by neck tension? Well, that's referred pain. But that's not what, that's not the way we're going to be talking about it. So, for example, Murch uses this as a metaphor for audience feedback. What they complain about might not be the real issue. So, like, you have a headache, it's not your head, or it's not because your head, it's because your neck. That's what he's kind of meaning as a metaphor. So, for example, if viewers say the ending is boring, the real problem might not be the ending. It could be an earlier scene that failed to set it up properly. Editors must look deeper to diagnose the true cause of audience discomfort. So we have a example here. Let's look at an example. A test audience dislikes a particular scene. Instead of cutting it, the editor reorders scenes earlier in the film. After the adjustment, audience suddenly enjoy the original scene. Why is this? Well, because the setup was improved. This highlights the importance of structural, can't say the word, changes rather than hasty deletions. Sorry, I can't speak. Um, Deletions. Think of editing like solving a puzzle. Each piece must fit properly for the whole picture to work. Yeah. All right, next. So that was the first going over the first chapter, the test screening chapter. So let's go a little bit more into Don't Worry, It's Only a Movie. So movies make us laugh, they make us cry, and you can't see, but they make us feel suspense, even though we know they aren't real. And why is this? Well, audiences enter a cinematic contract where they suspend disbelief as long as the film follows its own rules. Even unrealistic elements like superheroes or time travel are accepted if they are internally consistent. Good editing helps maintain this illusion by guiding our focus and emotion seamlessly. So, yeah, as long as it doesn't, we'll go into more of the rules, but if the film follows its own rules, like you're not gonna know, like, oh, this is dumb. This obviously like this stupid movie. Uh, it follows the rules. You're locked in. You're gonna feel different emotions. The role of the editor. Think of an editor as a magician guiding your attention without you noticing. Well-paced editing makes emotions feel natural rather than forced. Example, a well-placed pause in dialogue can add tension, while cutting too quickly can make a scene feel rushed. Editors must balance storytelling needs with audience expectations. We should all know the rules. I mean, the role of an editor. Like, you just need to know this. All right. Films are like dreams. So this is a quote from Walter Murch. We chop up the poor film in a miniature guillotine and then stick the dismembered pieces together like Dr. Frankenstein's monster. The difference, the miraculous difference, is out of this apparent butchery, our creation can sometimes gain not only a life, but a soul as well. So, in this chapter, Walter Murch compares films to dreams. In a person's conscious reality, life is continuous. But dreams, life seems to go from one random part to another. This same concept applies to film, which isn't continuous, but instead like a dream. Takes various parts and combine them all to create one thing, a film. So like in your dreams, like look, you can wake up in space, you blink your eye, boom, you're in the beach. Blink your eye again, boom, in the mountains. Just like a film. It's not just like real life where I'm just in my room. I'm not gonna blink and then just appear at a beach. In film, it pulls you in, doesn't want you to just be in one place at one time. It doesn't have to be a place, it could just be different scenes, obviously. But you get the point. Balancing realism and artifice. Artifice? I'm not sure how you say that. Too much realism. Um, so examples, too long unedited shots can make a movie feel slow. Too much artifice. Like example, excessive special effects can make a movie feel fake, which that goes into one of the other points we talked about. Can I go back? I don't know if I can. Oh yeah. Um, where was it? Oh, like the following the rules. Like, if there's too many special effects, like no one's gonna believe that, and it's gonna pull you out of that feeling. Great filmmakers find a sweet spot between these extremes. Example, a horror movie might show a monster only briefly to keep the fear alive, rather than revealing it too much to give up the surprise. Oh, all right. So, some key takeaways that I hope you gained through this. Test screenings provide useful feedback, but filmmakers must interpret it carefully. Audience complaints might not directly indicate the real problem. Editors must diagnose referred pain. A good film balances realism and cinematic artifice to maintain engagement. Great editing is invisible. It shapes emotion without drawing attention to itself. And my two questions I have for you guys. Have you noticed referred pain in any new films? So have you like noticed like in a film that you watched, say, like you didn't like the ending maybe, but if you go back, you're like thinking like, oh, maybe if they would have switched this with this, maybe it would have set up the ending better. Um, what's an example of a movie where editing made a huge difference in your experience and why? And I believe that is it. So thank you for watching and listening.